Listen, I don't like going in on Man United players, but if you want an anecdote for how dysfunctional Man United are as a football club, look at this story with Marcus Rashford. He's denied making a rude gesture to fans, and he's come out on social media and said a video can paint 1,000 words, and in this case, lead to inaccurate info. I've been heckled from the minute I stepped foot outside the ground. Abuse not just aimed at my football. People were looking for a reaction from me. Phones at the ready. Of course I should have walked straight past and ignored it, and that's what we're supposed to do, right? And he said he used his forefinger to direct the fans to come over and say it to my face, and did not gesture with my middle finger. Now, basically, like, okay, should United fans abuse the players? Not in my view, but people have the right to do it. But I was in the Stretford end on Tuesday, and Rashford's performance was one of the worst I've seen. It was woeful. No confidence, misplaced pass, no work rate, no movement, like off the ball, right? On TV, you can't see what happens off the ball, and your forward players need to move. He didn't move, he just stood there. I love Rashford. He's come through the youth system. He's one of us. He's from Manchester. It means something that we've got a potential world-class talent on our hand, but he's absolutely lost his way. And I think this story encapsulates how unfocused Man United players are. They have lots of other focuses other than training and playing football. And I think that the culture of the club is rotten. Solskjaer probably let him get away with murder. And Rangnick, to his credit, is taking no shit. He's absolutely going in on the players, and that's the right thing to do. And so Rashford's focus is on other things. Okay, great. He's done a lot of stuff to political stuff, and that's good. Like, good for him, but it's taken away from his football now. I backed him, and I will continue to back him, but should United receive a large offer from someone like Paris Saint-Germain who are looking to replace Kylian Mbappe, you'd be crazy not to think about it, because on ability, Rashford's a top player. There's no doubt about it. His stats show you that. When he's on form, he's a 25 goal a season man from wide, and he can affect games, and he's dangerous. But something's happened. Something has happened because he's just not there. His form has dropped off a cliff. And it's not even the Euros. Before the Euros, I think he's been carrying injuries, but it's not working. And Man United, he's got 18 months left on his deal. Man United should look at selling him or sign him up and find out what the problem is, because he's a much better player than this. Anthony Elanga has kept him out of the team, right? And Anthony Elanga isn't of the quality of Marcus Rashford. Elanga will not be a United great. Right? Elanga will not go on and be like a world-class player, but Elanga has pushed him out of the team simply because he works, and he's got energy, and he's movement, and he's actually bringing something to these games. And yeah, for Rashford's sake, I hope it turns around. But if I was at United and you need to overhaul the squad and someone offers huge money for him, you can sell him and buy 3 or 4 other players, you'd be very tempted to do so. And I think that maybe he needs to leave the UK. Maybe he needs to leave Manchester and have a fresh start. But yeah, this just shows how unfocused United players are. The focus is just not on football, and until that changes, you're not going to get anywhere near Liverpool and City. You're not even going to get anywhere near them, because those teams work their arse off. They're hungry, they work. You don't ever hear, right, I don't like City or Liverpool, but you don't hear Liverpool or City players involved in this type of thing. You never hear about it. Like, we had the issue with Maguire. Obviously, the issue with Greenwood, we won't go into it. Right, and I'm not blaming the club for that, because that's individuals. But then you had like Brandon Williams drinking in Dubai last season. You had obviously this issue with Rashford. You had a number of issues with Pogba. You had Ronaldo flying back to Portugal, allegedly refusing to play for United. You've got players calling the coach Ted Lasso. Like, there's just an undercurrent of a lack of respect and people stealing a living. And you can buy all these players and get all these managers and get all these scouting systems, but until you get a group of players that actually give a shit, then you're in trouble. And you know what? I've criticised Fred so much, but On ability, he's not the best player in the squad. He played amazing on Tuesday, by the way. Some of his close control was exceptional. It was the best performance I've seen from Fred in a United shirt. But Fred gives a shit. So does McTominay. Those two, that's why they've played week in, week out, because they actually fight for the shirt. I don't think a lot of them others do. Like people like Rashford, I think are self-interested. Maguire's self-interested. My perception, I'm not even talking about form. De Gea gives a shit. Fred and McTominay give a shit. And I don't even know. I think maybe Bruno does a little bit. But they're just like Varane maybe. But really, I think Fred, McTominay and De Gea, and actually Fred and McTominay aren't the best players in the squad. And some of the most talented players really don't care. They're really not focused. Greenwood being the case in point. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with him. But like this is a guy that's at 16, 17 years of age was probably on the level of Mbappe, easily, statistically anyway. And look, and so there's just no focus on football. The focus is on bullshit, social media bullshit and PR. And until that changes, United aren't doing anything. Say what you think. Do you think I'm being harsh? Please comment.